moments, halftime show, game 2, championship weekend, Friday Night Lights, Coach. The boys, how was that first half of Tappan Zee versus Byram?
Byram gets off to a pretty good start. Wolf makes the 3. Ben Wolf makes the 3. Kevin Kendall makes the 3. 6-0. I think it was 8-0 at one point.
Yeah.
They've scored 4 points since. And right now we're looking at a 19-4 run by Tappan Zee.
They clamped down on that defense. They got back on transition. They neutralized Wolf in that case. And, I mean, it's Wolf and Kendall this first half.
Everything has been a tough 2 or a contested 3 regarding Byram Hills' offense.
Not to mention Byram Hills got caught on 2, not 1, but 2 shot clock violations. Like that's demoralizing.
They're going to have to
defensive
figure
side.
out. James will make the adjustment.
Yes, he will.
They're going to have to move it faster. There need to be more cutting action. There needs to be more passing. There needs to be quicker side-to-side ball reversal movement.
So if you're a coach forever, okay? I think you were born a coach in that case, right? Coming out with the X's and O's. You're the head coach right now of Byram. You're in the locker room. What are you telling the boys before they come back out?
I think our defense is pretty good. Tappan Zee has made some really tough contested 2s. Leveille's made a tough 2, 2 tough 2s. Sanchez has made a tough 2 right at the end of the quarter.
Yep.
First quarter. We've held them to 19. Our defense is not the issue right now. We've got to score the ball. We're playing pretty good defense. 19 points in a varsity boys basketball game, no matter where it's at. If you hold a team to 19, I'm pretty happy as a coach.
Yeah. So now let's put it on the other side of Tappan Zee, right? They started out, you're right, I think it was 8-0, right? So Byram comes out with an 8-0 run, 2 big 3s. You think this game's going to carry on. All of a sudden they settle in, and then they go on a 19-4 run. What did you see in the first half?
Jack Piccione, great move in front of us. Villanova-esque with the footwork.
That was a beautiful move.
And then the steal, and then he comes down in transition. He makes 1 or 2, but kind of changed the game. Leveille making those shots, those tough shots, and Sanchez being the focal point of the offense, doing a real good job. And then I want to see, who was it? Timothy Alexandre hits that 3, which was huge, and kind of propelled them.
That corner 3 you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's only a sophomore. That's a real big shot in a big arena.
And so for me, if I'm Tappan Zee, I'm Ryan McWilliams talking to our group in halftime. Our defense is fantastic. We just need to make a couple more open looks because they've had some. They've had more open looks than Byram has had. Make a couple more open looks. And when we're ahead, Tappan Zee, when they're ahead, they're very difficult to handle.
Yeah. Listen, they got to come out in this third quarter on a quick run. Because if they let Byram get that rhythm they had in the beginning, then it's going to be a dogfight to the end. Right now, Tappan Zee has the opportunity off the off shooting of Byram to really come out in this third quarter and take even more control of the game than they already have. For Byram, quicker with the ball movement. We're too slow in our sets. We're running good stuff. We're not running it crisp enough and fast enough. And then when we do have open looks, because we've had a couple, Max Miller's got to make shots when he's open. He does. Max has been neutralized this game for this first half.
Brakini's got to make shots. You know, Sokolov's got to make. Guys they're not letting those kids shoot, but the emphasis is so much on stopping Wolf and Kendall. They're basically saying, have the other 3 kids beat us.
Right. They're giving those shots up from the 3-point line. I mean, Tappan Zee is not getting out to cover that corner 3.
They're not giving it to them, but they'll sag, and then when they sag and give help, when the kick out has been there, they're hesitant in shooting it.
Listen, Coach, I've seen you coach Okay? And when I say giving it to them, if my son on your team sagged that much and that guy hit that three, you would have. Spider-Man would have been on the floor with the claws out. Bring him in.
It'd have been over.
Bring him in.
It would have been over.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yes, they are giving up that corner three, not by laziness, but almost by intention, collapsing to not let Ben get that second shot.
And not let
rebound.
Kendall get, and not let Kevin get paint touches. Every shot that, with the exception of the 2 shots at the beginning of the game,
Yep.
Ben Wolf's shot, Kevin Kendall's shot, everything else has been contested.
All right, so what are we looking at for the second half? Who takes the game?
I picked Tappan Zee.
As did I.
And so I don't see, unless something changes. I mean, James is going to make the adjustment, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see Tappan Zee not finish this out and close this out. Do I think Byram has another run in them? Yes, I do.
They need that. I was going to say, for Byram to pull this game out,
they need to come out here
victory.
The next 5 minutes of this game, the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, is huge for Byram Hills.
Listen, I think for both teams. I think I've seen this throughout the entire tournament. The first 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes in this third quarter, tell the game. So,
but a 7-point Tappan Zee lead is like a 14-point lead in regular basketball.
I know, it really is. It really is. Well, listen, we got a lot more basketball to play. It's only Friday night. I know when you guys watch this, it'll be Monday when we put this out there. But it's only Friday night, second game, Tappan Zee, Byram Hills. Westchester's most famous arena is Bedlam right now.
Great fan base. But listen, Bobcat Nation showed up.
Yeah.
Dutchmen Nation showed up.
Yep.
Really good crowd in here. Everything you could want in a high school game from an environment and an atmosphere standpoint. Fantastic Friday night here.
It's rocking. Well, listen, we'll be back after the game with the MVP, the all-tournament player. Hopefully the coach as well joins us. We're looking forward to that. Great second half of basketball. Winning moments. Coach, what a game. What a night. Tappan Zee.
Orangeburg, New York's going to be rocking tonight, John Lynn.
I know. Look at these fans. All these kids out here. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. Great environment. Congratulations to Tappan Zee, Coach Ryan McWilliams, Coach Chris Rastelli and staff. Congratulations to their team. They played a typical Tappan Zee basketball game. Before we go into them, though, congratulations to James Morales, first-year coach, being able to get them to the section final. Kevin Kendall, Ben Wolf, great run.
Yeah.
Great run.
Yeah.
They had a great year. But somebody has to win a game and somebody has to go on, and I think the better team tonight is moving on.
Listen, that's why we play the game, right? Big shout out to James Morales. I mean, we got to interview him in December at the Showdown Classic. He's been on this court as a player, right? He's been there in big moments. Now as a first-year coach to get here to the section finals. I mean, and again, you're right. Ben Wolf, Kevin Kendall, these guys played their hearts out. They didn't have it after that first few minutes.
Well, after the 8-0 run, Tappan Zee went on like a 16-2 run.
Yeah, 16-4, I think it was.
16-4 run or whatever, and that changed the whole complexion of the game. And then they went on another run, big run, midway through the third quarter. No, right at the beginning of the third quarter, when we said at halftime the first 5 minutes were going to be crucial. Sanchez was fantastic tonight for Tappan Zee. Alexandre got involved, but Isaiah Leveille was great all night.
Isaiah Leveille had a lot of tough shots tonight.
But the glue guy, Jack Piccione, just seemed to be in the right place at the right time and just directs them and runs their program, and such a great point guard. But it came down to this. Alexandre Sanchez, Leveille, 3 scores.
Yeah.
How many scores did Byram Hills really have tonight that were a threat? 2. Kendall and Wolf. I thought the kids, the secondary, the role players did a great job defensively for Byram, Miller, and company. They defended well. But nobody else generated offense.
No, we say it all the time, like, you need 3 players.
You have to have 3 scores.
Yeah.
Once you get to high school and above, you need 3 guys that can score the basketball. Byram had 2 tonight. That was the difference.
It totally was. And listen, Timothy Alexander, sophomore, this kid.
Sanchez,
big boy.
sophomore.
I mean, Tappan Zee is going to have some good guys coming back.
I really think Isaiah Leveille, first half, but all throughout the game was a huge. He was really engaged offensively, and he was efficient offensively, and they needed his efficiency tonight.
I mean, he has such a pretty jump shot in that first half, right? Off the dribble, pulling up. You knew it was going in once it left his hand. He's a baller, and tonight he showed it.
How about Sanchez on the pull-up jumper off the bounce? How good was he in his mid-range?
Between the pull-up jumper on the bounce to his footwork underneath with the up and under, I mean,
and then making catch and shoot threes.
Right,
like
he's a stud.
He scored
He's
on
a
all
stud.
3 levels tonight. But when you get down to Tappan Zee by 7 or 8, it feels like it's 14 or 16, right? It feels like it's more than what it is because, excuse me, if you get down to them more than 3 possessions, you're in a hole. You're in a deep hole.
Yeah.
If it gets to double digits, 12 to 14, it almost feels like 20 or 22 because of the way that they play and how they defend you.
Yeah. They just said the MVP here. Do you know who they said? Who's the MVP? I didn't hear it.
It looks like the MVP is Isaiah Leveille. Isaiah Leveille,
okay.
And Piccione was MVP.
All
So
right.
Jack, on cue,
Right.
Jack
On cue.
Piccione,
Yeah.
MVP, Isaiah Leveille all tournament. And really, they could have shared the all tournament spot with Sanchez.
They definitely could have. Well, listen, we'll be right back. We'll have them on our show. We look forward to interviewing them. It's been a great night for Tappan Zee, and we'll be right back. And now, welcome to the show, our MVP and all tournament players, Jack Piccione and Isaiah Leveille.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank
Feels
you.
good.
Thank you for bringing us here.
Listen, man, it was fun to watch you guys. I mean, we did our bracket series last week. Coach and I both picked Tappan Zee to win. It's a great night for you guys to win, and the girls are going to win. All right, because the girls were on here earlier. They were like, listen, if the boys can't win, all right, then we got to come back on the show. Like, they can't disappoint us and take home only 1 gold ball tonight.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It's an indescribable feeling, like especially to win boys and girls. It's unbelievable. But like I said it over there, it gets sweeter every time, and especially with this group being a younger group, doubted at the beginning of the year, new coach. I mean, I'm so proud of all these guys. It's such an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just hearing what people said about us at the start of the year and hearing all the expectations of us not being the greatest team this year, to be able to huddle up as a group and just shove that back in people's faces is kind of fun.
You can tell, Coach, they're basketball players when they talk about, you got us as the underdog. All right, we got you. And the feeling to shove it back in their faces tonight, sitting in front of that goal ball, behind the goal ball, you can tell these are basketball players, Coach.
Tradition and culture never changes in Orangeburg, New York with Tappan Zee basketball.
Absolutely not.
And with Coach McWilliams, an outstanding player for Coach Gain, George Gain, an absolute legend. He will be in the New York State Basketball High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Tell us about just the fact that what the tradition is, the standard and the culture, what that means first for you, Jack, and then second for you, Isaiah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around it basically my whole life. I've been at open gyms, workouts since like 5th grade, and I've had relationships with all these guys for a while. And to play under Coach Gain and then for Coach McWilliams to come in, it's like we picked up right where we left off. We were in the gym in May. We're working on shell drill, rebounding, all that stuff. And, with two guys, me and Isaiah have been on the team since freshman year. We wanted to pass it on to the younger guys, and what an unbelievable young group. They stepped up to the challenge, and I couldn't be prouder of them.
We're going to talk about one of those young guys in a second once we get Isaiah's take on tradition, standard, and culture.
Yeah, I moved here in 4th grade, and I kind of didn't really play basketball, but my first coach was Dan McGann, and my 8th grade year I played freshman basketball, and after that season ended, Coach Gain was my first high school varsity basketball coach, and I went to so many workouts with him. He kind of took me under his wing. And what he did for me and those other guys like Sean Bergen did for me when I was a freshman, taking me under their wing, driving me everywhere, driving me home, it's kind of like what I want. And they also took me on a magical ride, winning a state championship along with this guy. And I kind of just wanted to repay that for these younger guys. And, this is their first year, most of their first year up here. And that's all I was thinking about. It was simple things like driving them to get food, driving them home, hanging out, even if it was for 1 hour. We just want to build that connection and be around each other. And I think it's a genuine friendship and brotherhood we have over here. It's not phony. We don't just put it on the back of our shirt. We really mean it and live it.
There's no doubt about that. This is very much. I grew up in the South, and I went to high school down south. You guys it reminds me of how I grew up down south, how close and connected you guys are with one another. Coach McGann, by the way, great season, right?
Yeah.
We got a chance to be a head coach at Pleasantville. Girls did a great job. How about Sanchez tonight? Good Lord have mercy. How about the last half of the season?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, at the beginning of the year, he was kind of he was hesitant. He didn't know what his role was, really. He didn't know. We told him, Coach McWilliams told him, me and Isaiah, all the guys, you're that guy. You're one of, if not the best scorer in the section. And we kept feeding that to him, and he realized. And I mean, you guys saw it. He's unbelievable.
Listen, we talked about it at halftime. We did a halftime show talking about you guys. You look real comfortable out there, but it wasn't over. Right at halftime, you guys were only up by 7, and we said who comes out in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter is going to take this game. And to your point, Sanchez just showed up, whether it was hitting a 3 or his up and unders. He looked as comfortable as the both of you out there as a sophomore, and it was really impressive.
And not just on the offensive end, I might add.
He had to guard Kevin Kendall tonight.
He's been guarding the best player on every team, whether it's me or him, almost every game. We put him on some guys that are real good, and people didn't know he could defend last year. And he came in, and we were like, we need you to guard. One of our summer league games, he had a tough defensive night. He came over. He was like, I gotta be better defensively. And from that moment on, he's been locked in on the defensive end. And he's unbelievable.
Isaiah, speak on Sanchez, please.
Yeah, that's my guy. Me and him do everything together. He's just one of those kids that, you see it in him. When he came up his freshman year, and I was a junior, I took him straight under my wing. I knew he was going to be that guy this year. And he had a little, some tough basketball players like him have a little swag. He had that swag that I saw, and he's such a great kid. You don't see him say much on the court, and he seems really even keel every single game, but he could really be an assassin and take that game over. And that's something that I will thank him for the rest of my life, to be able to come up as a sophomore and play like a senior. The last 5 games, I remember I went down with an ankle injury, and there's no doubt about it. He stepped up and, did some things that all sophomores can't do. And, I really thank him for that for the rest of my life.
I'm going to tell you both something. First of all, for you, Isaiah, I thought you were fantastic all game long. You were so good offensively all game long, extremely efficient. Jack Piccione, I value so much what you do because of what I do. So for you to distribute, for you to get your team in the right sets, for you to lead on the floor, and then your ability, and you made some key buckets in the lane, right down here in the first half when you needed one. Second one where you split the defense and scored. You just found a way to make crucial plays at crucial times. For both of you, tell me about the fact that not just you guys scoring, not just Sanchez scoring, but how you trust each other on offense it's really remarkable.
Yeah. I mean, we've had this five and all the other guys together, like working out, being in the gym, like in the summer and in the spring last year. And, you know, when you spend so much time with people and you know them so well, not just on a basketball level, on a personal level, you can look that guy in the eyes and say, I know if I throw the ball to this guy, he's making the shot. And if I throw it to this guy, he's going to make the right play. And we say that every time. When we walk in here, it's a big gym, a lot of people here. We can look across. No one's looking in the stands. No one's distracted by all the stuff that's going on. Everyone's locked in. Everyone's ready to play. And, I mean, we're just so, like, connected on the court, and it shows.
And it takes a lot. A lot of that's because what you said, Isaiah, what you just said, Jack, hanging out off the court, right? Taking the younger kids out to get something to eat, just that bond and connection to build that trust, it showed tonight on the court.
Yeah.
Like, ballers can ball, but not everybody has that comfort level to pass the ball, hit the 2-on-1s you did earlier, trust your teammates, and it shows that your off-the-court achievements and bonding on the court, it showed tonight. You guys were very, very comfortable.
Thank you.
Yeah, to speak on that, yeah, we were together, as he said, every day, like through the summer. We have Dominican College, which is like a D2 right next to us, and we would finish our off-season workout in the middle school, the hot middle school, after 2 hours, and we just head straight to Dominican to go play for another 3 hours. There's no getting us out of the gym, and I don't know, I feel like that happens, whether it's one-on-one talking trash or it's 5-on-5 just messing around, but I don't know. I think we also have great point guards and great passers, people capable passers like Jack and Christian and Timmy, and I don't know. We just have a great bond together, and I think that's why we play well together defensively and offensively.
Listen, that's how coaching has such great chemistry. We meet every day, talk shit to each other, one-on-one, you know, make sure we get that bond tight to make this show work.
Yeah. One more question for them, and I want to get Coach McWilliams on. Is he here?
He's probably upstairs.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
upstairs.
So when he comes down, I got one more question for you guys. Talk to me about how connected you are defensively, how positioned perfectly you seem to be all the time, and talk to us about the emphasis on 0 paint touches. Yeah. I'm going to start with you, Jack, and then Isaiah. I want to make sure that you come in on that too.
Yeah, I mean, defense is the first thing that we're trying to lock in at the beginning of the year. When we're obviously shooting in the off season, but I mean, while other teams are just getting shots up, playing pickup, we're doing shell, Joe diving on loose balls. Like, it's intense. And when you get out there and our coaching staff prepares us so well with the scout and like what we have to do, I mean, at a certain point, it's just a mental grind. Then you're just like, they're not scoring. Like, we're gonna make this the toughest offensive possession of their life every single time they come down. And I mean, that's our mindset every single time. Holding teams in the 20s, 30s, 40s consistently, that doesn't just happen because you're a skilled basketball
No, it
player.
does not.
No.
Absolutely not. Isaiah?
Yeah, I just think we're playing for each other, right? We play for our program, we play for our community, and most importantly, each other. And I think when your sole purpose of being on that court is playing to win and playing for each other, you're going to slide in and take that charge, like when someone drives at you 100 miles per hour. And that's another thing. Like, we drill it every day, but everyone drills defense. But it has to be something you take pride in. It has to be something that you want to do. Like, we come in, and the first thing we say is we have to rebound. We have to do no paint touches. We have to do, before we even talk about our offensive game plan, because we know that'll take care of itself. We know if we could hold teams into the 20s, into the 30s, we have the guys to score the basketball, and we will score the basketball. And I don't know. I think we're just playing for each other and playing at a really high level.
Tappan Zee defense has been extraordinary since the time I've been here. Yeah. It's a phenomenal, the way that you play defense as a coach from a basketball coaching perspective is a thing of beauty.
It really is. So, boys, this is a bracelet for you. This has all the, it'll have all the highlights for the entire tournament.
Thank you.
On there, you just simply tap it on your phone. All the highlights for every single game will happen. Jack, for you, this locked-in sweatshirt,
Thank you.
Okay, has a private album for you for tonight's game. All right, so all the highlights that you guys have, you'll be able to celebrate that when you get the sweatshirt. You simply tap the sleeve. Every highlight for the game that you guys gave us a pleasure to watch, we want you guys to relive. It was really, really fun having you guys.
And listen to me. Best of luck now. All right, just you this is taken care of. Don't have the gold ball let down. I know Coach McWilliams won't allow it. We wish you the best of luck, and we hope that you have a deep state tournament run.
Thank you so much. Thanks
It was
for having
great.
us on.
Thank you.
It was great having you guys on, and we look forward to Coach coming up next to talk about this big win tonight. Friday Night Lights here at the County Center, Westchester's most famous arena, and the night goes to Tappan Zee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And now, welcome to the show. Our last guest of the evening. Saved the best for last, Coach Ryan McWilliams. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you for you guys do a great job on the show for the kids, and I really appreciate you. The kids think it's awesome. It gives them an opportunity to look back at these moments in a long time. So thank you for having me on.
It's coaches like you and the kids that you coach tonight that make our job pretty easy. We just got to show up and watch. These guys, they do all the work.
Yeah, the kids really brought a good effort tonight. I mean, I really am so blessed. I'm blessed beyond what I deserve, to be completely honest. These kids have welcomed me as a first-year coach and just kind of let me coach them. And I have a deep love and respect for these kids, this group of guys who have been working so hard since the offseason. Just can't say enough good things about them.
I know Coach is going to get into the X's and O's, but we were talking about this when we had your players on. After the game, you're on the floor, all right? You're flooded with emotion, just flooding out of you. Tell us that moment. Tell us how that moment made you feel.
I envisioned that moment for a while. I did. I think it's just me saying, like, it's kind of my heart just showing up, because that's how I felt about the kids all year. It was just, I just want it for them, genuinely. Just to watch Jack grow up. I knew Jack when he was a little kid. When I was playing, he would come to Tappan Zee basketball camp. Watching Isaiah grow up. I used to coach against Isaiah when I was at Nyack. And what an unbelievable accomplishment. Sean Crow, who's been off the bench all year, didn't get much time tonight, but what a great kid. These seniors meant a lot to me. And that was kind of just an emotional moment, saying, I gave you everything I had, and they took us the rest of the way.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by any of this because, number one, who you played for. And obviously, George Gain is a legend. He's going to be in the New York State athletic basketball side of Basketball Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer, the whole 9 yards. What most impressed me about you this year was you kept standard. You kept culture. You maintained tradition, but you did it in your way. Tell me about the fact that people need to know it's not easy to fill the shoes that you filled. And then I'm so proud of you because you showed such great confidence in your belief of how to maintain all those things, keep the program going, but do it in your vision. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, honestly, George is such a good friend of mine. Being able to play for him, back in 2014, just taught me so much. And him and Chris Rostelli, Dan Lenahan Sr., they have an impact on my life that I don't know if I could ever, repay them. They are just unbelievable human beings. And I just said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it the way I kind of learned. But I want to do it in my own spin. And that's what, honestly, these coaches and Chris Rostelli and George said it to me. They said, you got to be you. And I think there were times where I tried to be somebody I was not. And I kind of had a reality check of I just got to be who I am. I'm a man of faith. I really am. I believe it's it is the most important thing in my life. And I try to let that be the way I live my life. The kids have really responded at an unbelievable level, which I give them a lot of credit. It's not easy to have a new coach coming in and just to buy in. I mean, I'm just very, very fortunate and blessed. And I can't say enough good things about Chris Rostelli. Guy's one of my best friends and has had my back since the beginning. I don't know if people thought we'd be here, to be honest with you. I know we've had an unbelievable run with this program, but I'm just really proud of, Christian Sanchez, sophomore, Timmy Alexander, sophomore, Joe Lenahan. Just so proud of these kids. And I'm just still learning. I really am. And I got to give a lot of credit to James Morales, a former college teammate of mine. He does an excellent job with Byram Hills.
Fantastic job.
Excellent job.
They had a great run this year.
Absolutely.
James replacing another legend. Ted Repa. I mean, you guys have big shoes to fill. I thought James did a fantastic job with his group all year long.
Absolutely. Him and Nicky Benura are 2 college friends of mine. And I got to say, I'm hoping we're doing this a long time. And those 2 guys are really good friends. And Byram, I give a lot of credit to them. Ben Wolf, Max Miller, Kevin Kendall, unbelievable players. Really, really kept me up at night watching a lot of tape, trying to figure out how we're going to do this. But a lot of credit to them as well.
One more, and this is something else I want to hit on. When you're a Dutchman in Orangeburg, New York, when you're a Tappan Zee Dutchman, that doesn't start when you hit high school.
No.
You alluded to day camp. Jack Piccione talked about how in the 4th and 5th grade he went to camp. You got the grade school kids coming to games. It's almost like that southern. I grew up in the South, so everybody wanted to be a Somerville Greenway when you were in the 3rd and 4th and 5th grade. Everybody wants to be a Tappan Zee Dutchman, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. You've got that same environment over there, that same just that culture and that just everybody wants to be part of what that is, and it's so special.
It's pretty unbelievable. I got to say, I grew up being a little kid. George was the coach, and I was able to go to camp and learn from guys like Pat Peterson.
Great player.
Like Joe Letizia, all those guys that I was able to kind of watch as a middle school kid, and then eventually play. But honestly, I looked up at the top row, and I had a lot of my middle school students cheering us on, and it felt really cool, full circle moment. And I asked some of our JV guys tonight when I saw them, I said, "You gonna get us back here?" And they said, "Yes, coach." So I hope so. I hope so. But what an unbelievable community Tappan Zee is. I grew up there. I lived there. I love Tappan Zee. I think the people are high character, and I think I'm just very blessed to live in that community and coach these kids.
I mean, it's Tappan Zee night. It's very special that you guys, you're the girls first, right? I know the girls put
Amazing job.
Girls put a lot of pressure on you guys. Girls put a lot of pressure by coming out, winning the first game. But yeah, I mean, it's a Tappan Zee night, and we say culture for granted. It's a word that I feel people throw around too easy. But when we had Jack and Isaiah on, they talked about 4th grade. They talked about, hey, we take the kids out for ice cream. If I could spend an hour with the sophomores, I take them. And that culture of bonding off the court showed tonight on the court. They were comfortable passing to anyone, stood by each other. They looked unfazed. I mean, listen, I saw you at the end of the game on the floor. You looked more nervous than they did. Those kids out there look unfazed.
I know, yeah.
You guys are so connected. I want to talk offensively first.
Sure.
First of all, how good was Isaiah Leveille all game long? Ryan, anytime you needed a shot, he got it for you. He seemed to get the big bucket. Talk to me about him first.
He's a big-time player. He's hit shots all year, some unbelievable shots all year. A lot of people are like, wow, doing a great job. And I'm like, well, if I just give the ball to Isaiah, sometimes this magic happens. So one unbelievable performance tonight from him, making threes, going to the basket. And I looked at him, and he said, I got you, coach. And him and Christian to do what they did, and offensively to just keep us in it and keep us going.
How about Sanchez in the third quarter? How about Sanchez in the third quarter?
I've been asking that kid, and a lot of people say I won't, but I don't. But I've said you can take a game over. Coach Rastelli behind me here, creeping in the back.
Let's go! Coach Chris Rastelli, assistant coach, and Coach Rastelli, the guys from Tappan Zee behind us.
Right here, 3 gold balls.
Absolutely.
It's hard to believe right here.
Unreal. I don't even know. I'm sorry, just a lot of emotions tonight.
Sanchez.
Sanchez was unbelievable. And I said, after the game, that's how you take a game over. And he just hit shot after shot after shot, going into the rim off zooms, and just made my life easy.
Zoom, and then his pull-up jumper off the bounce was fantastic.
I actually told Chris Rastelli before the game, I said, if Sanchez gets his pull-up going as a junior, we're going to be okay. And he hits him tonight. And I said, wow.
And how about Alexander in the second half, fourth quarter?
Hold on, Coach. For anyone watching, if you can hear in the background noise, They really do a great job of cleaning up the county center here at the end of the night. Okay, we got snow blowers, leaf blowers. We got right in the back of the ear. I just want to say, if watching you two coaches, they don't miss a beat.
Nope.
Okay, they don't hear the leaf blower. It's like, okay, let's go.
No,
So,
that's
sorry,
how
Coach.
That's how it rolls.
Go ahead.
But how about Alexander? I mean, in the fourth quarter, particularly when you broke the press, him finishing at the rim.
I get emotional talking about Timmy because this is a kid that a lot of people said can't play as a sophomore. He was a really nice JV player when I was the JV coach last year, and a lot of people said he just can't do it. And I watched the kid call me in the summer, say, "Can we get in the gym? Can we get in the gym? Can we get in the gym?" And I said, "Timmy, I'll open the gym every day if you want me to." But to watch him over the year just guard post players as a undersized big and then hit shots that were timely, that kid is a true competitor. And I'm just so blessed to coach a kid like that.
I'd be remiss not to mention Joe Linehan.
Oh, my
How about
gosh.
the big three right here in the corner? Listen, when you guys needed a bucket, he hits a three. He was scrappy all night, defends. He fills your role perfectly. Joe Linehan, I mean, biggest heart on the floor, and he just
100%.
gets after it all night long.
I mean, Lenahans are tough people. You know, Lenahans have
The
been in this program.
Lenahans have a reputation in Orangeburg a bit. Not that I'm not trying to cast aspersions on anybody, but it's a tough family.
He's a tough kid, and obviously I played for his uncle in high school, and Joe, you know, when they come out starters for 20-something games now, I just tell him toughest kid in the building, and he shows it every night. I mean, a lot of times people will say, "Oh, he's small. What does he bring?" He brings heart. He's our heartbeat defensively. He's not afraid of any matchup. I said, "Joe, can you guard this kid?" He said, "I got it." And
he's not afraid of the moment.
not
He'll
afraid.
shoot the bat.
He's a
He will
gamer.
shoot the basketball.
He's a gamer. Many big shots this year that not a lot of people give him credit. He's been awesome.
I'm saving the best for last. Jack Piccione.
Jack is he is Tappan Zee. He is Tappan Zee. The kid has been through more adversity than any kid I've been around.
It's been documented. I mean, he's so special from a coaching perspective. I mean, I love him. He'd be my first pick in the gym all day long.
He's talking about a kid that you know had the opportunity to kind of say, "This is not my day." Never had a bad day at practice. Showed up every day. He allowed me to coach him. I got on him a bunch this year, and he said, "I got you, coach. Yeah, like coach me up." And what he does for our program and our team, I don't know if there's a stat out there that can kind of show what he does. And he is a Dutchman for life. I mean, the kid has a state championship, 3 section championships as a starter, and I couldn't be prouder of the kid, and he made Dad proud tonight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely.
He did.
We absolutely think the world of him. People that know basketball know what an impact he has on winning.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so listen, Coach, even with all the leaf blowing we have here from the popcorn that was spilt watching Tappan Zee win tonight, we want to put you on the spot with a little fun thing we do with a little rapid fire.
Okay.
You up for that?
Sure.
All right. One word to describe this team.
Tough.
Who's your most vocal player on the team?
Joe Linehan.
What is the best thing about coaching this team?
They love and care about each other.
Who's the player your team looks to when the game gets tight?
Isaiah.
Big win tonight. What will that moment mean to you?
Everything. Someone said, "What do you do now? You know, after this, you know, can you even?" And honestly, tonight was everything I dreamed of. You know, as a kid, I wanted one. As a player, never got one. We were so close. My teammates from high school were here tonight, and those are some of my best friends. And tonight just showed me that if kids buy into a cause and care about each other, unbelievable things can happen. And I'm just so blessed. I keep saying it, but I'm very, very grateful and blessed that God gave me the opportunity to coach this group.
I mean, listen, you guys did a phenomenal job. Usually when we interview Tappan Zee individually, they say, "All right, well, what did we do after tonight?" It's go to Bailey's.
That's we heard. Bailey's
I don't
for
know
a
if
burger.
I'll be there, but
No, but Bailey's for a burger and Coke, Coach.
Yeah,
I know,
maybe. I'll consider it on the bus.
Mac, I know you. Ryan, I've known you for a long time. A burger and a Coke, yes, perhaps.
perhaps we'll see tonight on the way over. I'll talk to the
Listen,
staff.
great. Best of luck.
Bailey's a great spot, by the way.
Best of luck in the state tournament. We wish you tremendous luck and no letdowns. We want you guys to make a deep run.
That'd be unbelievable. Thank you so much.
And John's got something for you.
Coach, this bracelet will represent the entire weekend, all the highlights, especially the highlights
my
you guys
gosh.
gave us. You simply tap that bracelet. You can rewatch all the highlights from the entire weekend.
No
We're
way.
grateful that you gave it to us. This
unbelievable.
keychain, all right, for the
Wow.
Dutchman right there, it does the exact same thing. You tap it, and all the moments of your game and the games
No
of the
way.
girls and the rest of the weekend, they're all going to live
all
there.
there.
So we really appreciate you coming on.
This means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
this
no,
is unbelievable.
no worries,
I'm gonna keep
man.
this for my whole
It's
career.
our
Thank
honor.
you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ron.
And that's the interview we just had with Coach Ryan McWilliams, the coach of the championship Section 1 basketball boys from Tappan Zee, the Dutchmen. Friday night, championship weekend. We look forward to tomorrow. A lot more to come.